What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Malika Andrews is a very peculiar young lady. She's very attractive. I believe she is half black, half Jewish, European Jewish, that is. And for some people, I don't really like watching ESPN anymore, but for some people, she may be a burgeoning sportscaster. She has also intertwined herself into, the NBA sports, hip hop. You see her interacting with hip hop artists, although it seems that she primarily dates white men. But one of the things that you notice about Malika Andrews is that she has a big issue with black men. Okay, not only Ime Udoka, but Stephen A. Smith, and that's what we're talking about right now. Stephen A. Smith is, for sportscasters, the greatest of all time for right now. He is really, a lot of people do not like his views, including me, but he is a blue chip sportscaster. All right? Something that Malika Andrews will never be. This is not about women. This is not about anything. She's 27 years old. But you're not going to be Stephen A. Smith. He's a once-in-a-lifetime talent. The other day, Malika Andrews took the opportunity to post J.J. Redick's, Jalen Rose's, and Stephen A. Smith's college scoring record. Okay? And of course, Stephen A. Smith in his last year was hurt. And she tried to put him out there that he averaged 1.5 points per game. Right? And everybody thinks that, this is funny, this is a back and forth thing, and all of that. But the reality is, Stephen A. Smith, I looked at his face, he didn't think that was funny. Okay? And see, what you kind of see what's happening right now with some of the ladies in Black America is whatever opportunity that they can bring a certain brother down, they will take the opportunity. This is not all women, right? Not all sisters. And I say that on the flip side, you see something different. Black men on average. If we see a black woman that's doing very well, even your guys in the black manosphere, you see a woman who's doing pretty good, an attorney, a doctor, you might not want to necessarily date her, but you're not going to diminish her accomplishments. But Malika Andrews always wants to diminish a successful black man's accomplishment. Okay? Let me tell you what I mean. Now, what let's say, for example, Ime Udoka. Ime Udoka, I can understand. In Ime Udoka's case, you don't like what he did. He is what you might consider, he's a bum. All right? You think that he's trash for how he conducts himself, what he did, fine. If that's what you feel about Ime Udoka, I can accept that. But now, what I won't accept is how she came at Stephen A. Smith during the whole situation. Stephen A. Smith, number one, she wasn't even comprehending what he was saying, tried to cut him off and do what she wanted on his own show. She's a 27-year-old young lady, right? But not only that, coming after Joe Mazzulla, who got into some sort of an issue in college, but the charges were dropped. Here she is trying to belittle a black man who is successful. And now with Stephen A. Smith, who makes more money than anybody on ESPN, from what I understand, he is by far the most talented reporter. And the fact that what he averaged in college doesn't mean anything. We don't know him as a basketball player. We know Stephen A. Smith as a reporter. So why does Malika Andrews all the time, why is she always looking to tear down a black man who has done nothing but work? He's worked in the newspaper from Boston to Philadelphia. He's done everything he needed to do to be a journalist. Paved the way for even people like her. And that's not uncommon in Black America. It's praise Black women for the strides that they make. And whenever a Black man makes some strides, it's always something, it's some kind of contingency with it, Well, he's successful, but he might like them white girls. Or he's successful, but he ugly. He's successful, but there's always something else. And the fact of the matter is, we're not dealing with Stephen A. Smith. It's not a joke to me. We're dealing with the fact that Stephen A. Smith is successful right now. We're not dealing with what he was. I remember that about Kevin. Kevin Samuels. People were bringing up a lot about his past. He wasn't successful in this and he wasn't successful in that. Why does it matter? He's successful right now. All right. He's good right now. He's doing well today, right now. And of course, y'all don't want to deal with that, do you? Y'all was talking about how bad the Golden State Warriors was in 2021. No, 2020, 2019. But last year, they won the chip. Are we dealing with the fact that they wasn't no good in 2020 during COVID? No. They didn't even make the playoffs, I believe, in 2020. But they won last year. All we're dealing with right now is how good are they right now? And a lot of times when I see about successful Black men coming from some of the women out there, especially some of the younger women, why y'all like to deal in the past all the time? For a Black woman who's coming up and she was poor and she didn't have anything, can we judge her on the past? Y'all won't let us do that, right? Some of y'all who come from less than stellar environments, let's say, for example, you were a single mom and you was a stripper and all of a sudden you became somebody great. Do we make you live in the past? Like Malcolm X. Oh, he was a past. If we deal with Malcolm X's past, we will never deal with what he did after what he had going on, right? For the fact that Malcolm X was a pimp, a drug user, a drug dealer, and all kind of criminal mess with white women. But we're not going to see. The thing about it is that you always see folks trying to bring the Black man down for some reason, and in a position where the Black man cannot respond to it. No matter how much Stephen A. Smith make, he can't say nothing about that. He didn't like it. He can't really check her about that. And she knew he was hurt his senior year. She knew it. It don't matter that she knew it. Let's make him look bad. Now, y'all might say they joke back and forth like that, but Malika Andrews has too much of a history of doing stuff like this. And whenever you don't own your own stuff, you don't have that problem. Let me just say that. I remember where Tariq Nasheed had a podcast, and some woman was disrespecting Tariq Nasheed on the podcast, saying that, oh, you used to be a pimp and trying to, make him look bad. He got rid of her ass. You're not going to be on my podcast disrespecting me. You work for me. You're fired. And until Black men can do that, you're not going to get no respect. Not going to get no respect. They're going to try you. They're going to be embarrassing you. What can you do? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains all-time high. I'm out.